Yeah, we're just chugging down that profit road, digging every minute of it because we are raking in the cash in our portfolio. So you gotta love it. Gotta love it. I love it. I love it almost as much as I love this disclaimer, which, of course, is the pinnacle of my life. But let's get right into it. We made new highs, recent highs. We didn't surmount the January highs, but we made new recent highs here on the S&P 500. And as I pointed out to you last week, that purple predictor is skyrocketing. So it looks to me like we're going to go back up and make new highs. Another big change. The DI plus showing buying pressure, the green line in the purple box. You can see the red line, which is selling pressure, has been dominant for quite some time, for about a month. All of a sudden, we've shifted, so now there's more buying pressure than selling pressure. That's also very supportive and a pretty big change. Now, once again, look at this Dow chart. This is much weaker than the S&P. The real action is over here in the Nasdaq, where we made new all-time highs. The purple predictor had been lagging, but now it's at least neutral. So going from lagging, slightly bearish, to neutral, that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good. Seasonality. We got back up to the old highs. We just, snuck a little bit above it, but then we kind of faltered. So the small cap shares, the Russell 2000, had been the leader through the whole year, but starting to kind of lag a little bit. But nonetheless, our seasonality indicator is bullish. So we still remain on a buy signal from seasonality. Even though the normal seasonality ended at the end of May, it's continuing to move higher. We're still confirming that we're in that bull market. I won't turn this signal bearish until we break that red line at just above 161. So we're supposed to be dribbling sideways, maybe a little down, but instead we're going up. The way you interpret that is that if the market's supposed to do something, but it's not, once it stops supposed to be doing something, in this case, it's going to explode to the upside. Explode to the upside. And by the way, I think what's going to make it explode to the upside is probably the November elections. Combined, of course, with the normal seasonality, is going to turbocharge this market in the fourth quarter. But hey, we're doing pretty good in a period when we're not supposed to be doing that well. The yield curve, though, is still big concern to me. Now, for the next year, we don't really have to worry about it. It's still reasonably positive, but you can see that it's creeping down to the lows in the lower right, which would be bad for 2019. So right now, if you were to ask me what's going to happen, I'd say we're going to have a really good 2018. First part of 2019 is going to be great, but the tail end, not so hot. Asset allocation turned back to the bull side as money came out of bonds and into stocks. Now, remember what I just said in a minute when we get to the bond market. The risk indicator, they still don't really want to take a lot of risk, so money is flowing still out of the risky sectors. EFA, this is the global shares. I haven't been very keen on this. You can see it's really dragging down. The whole trade war hurts EFA. It doesn't really hurt the United States. We don't really depend a lot on foreign trade, but foreign countries depend tremendously on foreign trade, and in particular on the U.S. to buy their goods. But this is where we got long. Last week I told you to get long. We got long. It did really great at first, then it came down. We're up a smidge on this trade here, but I still think that Australia is going to do pretty well here. So let's look at the bonds. Here we made new highs, recent highs, multi-month highs. Now, I had said that asset allocation, money was going out of the bond market and into the stock market. And yet, here we are showing some strength. Now, where's the money? What's going on here? Well, look at the purple predictor. The purple predictor shows that the smart money took money out of the bond market, probably put it in the stock market. Now, I'm long bonds now, and this picture makes me nervous. We'll keep going through our indicators, and you'll see that they're pretty well bullish, but that purple predictor is suggesting maybe if it is bullish, it's not going to be that great of a bull market, but I'm going to stick with my long position for now. Our key factors, all bullish. All of them. Uniformly bullish, meaning interest rates are going to go down. And that's one of the reasons why the stock market is doing very, very well. So our indicators are telling us to stay long the bonds. Only the purple predictor is a bit negative. Dollar, still in that trading range. I would look at trading this once it breaks out of the trading range. Whichever way, I don't care. Gold, as we keep saying, why is gold so weak if the dollar is stable? Gold should be stable, but it's not. So this is very bearish to me. This is very bearish price action in gold. Our gold indicators, 2 out of 3 are bearish. The bottom 2 are bearish. That's the CRB and the yen. The top one, which is the euro, is neutral. So net, bearish factors for gold. Oil, I told you last week that I thought it was going to sell off, and holy moly, as we say in the oil business, it sold off hard. I just think that we're just going to see too much increase in supply. Libya, the civil war there, I mean, we can't say that the civil war is over, but they came up with a deal where the 2 warring factions decided, hey, you know what, let's pump some oil. So we'll split the money, let's pump the oil. So that's what they're going to do. And of course, that's about 700,000 barrels a day new supply that hasn't been on the market. Bitcoin dribbling lower, purple predictor bearish, price action bearish, but the price really didn't move anywhere. Really, this is just so boring, who cares? Okay, we talked about this last week. Now, we got a bunch of new upcoming events. You'll notice that all the way through August, September, and early October, we're going to do the Stock Financial Freedom System twice. We're going to do Option Success School twice. So it's kind of like every other week we're going to be doing something. All of those are in our Las Vegas schoolroom, our classroom, our tricked out classroom. Then coming up October 26th to 27th, we have our Futures and Forex Trading Masterclass in Dubai. And then Extreme Profits in Dubai, the first time we've given that course in several years, and that's going to be coming up in January. That's going to be amazing, totally amazing. And then, of course, the incredible stock buys. The reason why one of the big reasons why we're making so much money for our fully paid up members is we're using the Stock Butler to do all of our fundamental analysis. It's really fantastic. I would suggest that you check it out right now and get in tune with the cool kids. All right, everybody, that's it for me for this week. Fully paid up members, hang in there. I mean, looking at the portfolio is a wonderful thing to do on the weekend.